Our today's topic is fossils in time and space, and in that we will be discussing about the lithostratigraphy. The early geologists thought that Earth was very young, right? So it was based on their common belief of the Bible. Bible said that the Earth is 6 to 8,000 years old, and many of these scientists were very religious, and also they didn't have much idea that how old this Earth is. There was a Scottish scientist named as James Houghton, and he challenged this idea. In his word, he said that no vestige of the beginning and no prospect of an end. He proposed the idea that the whole thing is a cyclic. The earth is formed, the organisms are formed, and everything is continuing in a cyclic manner. And he sought some of the stratigraphic landmarks in his area, and he called them ruins of an earlier world. He was able to identify some of the layers and also might be some fossils. He called them that these are the remnants of the previous world. And with that, there were some ideas that the Earth, there is an idea of Gaia hypothesis. The Gaia hypothesis tells us that the Earth is a living organism and it is in equilibrium with its biosphere. The Earth is having the continents, and those continents are placed on the tectonic plates. The tectonic plates are coming in contact with each other and they are forming mountains. There are some volcanoes, and at some places the Earth's plates are going inside the Earth into the magma, and where they are recycled. So in a way, the whole continents is recycled throughout the time. And that what gave rise to it. But today, as we know it, the modern concept is that Earth is a dynamic and changing system. It is changing and it is dynamic, but it is in no way another organism. So, how do we study the fossils in time and space? We have discussed about the stratigraphy in the previous topic, but today we will be discussing in particular the lithostratigraphy, which is the part of geology, right? So litho means stone, stratigraphy means the study of layers, right? So the study of the stone layers. With the deposition of materials on the surface of the Earth, the layers are formed. And these layers are formed as a result of different events that are taking place. Different climate, different biodiversity, everything will affect those layers. And we can find the remnants of those effects that were affecting the formation of those layers in those layers. And the order and succession of rocks is called lithostratigraphy. So order means the older will be down, the newer will be up, and we can assess the relative age and absolute age of those layers as well. And all of these studies are done in the lithostratigraphy. What is lithostratigraphy? We have discussed that. And the lithostratigraphy provides us the building block for any study of biological and geological change through the time. Not only geological, of course, it is the topic of geology, but also the biology as well. Because when those layers are being formed, they will somehow deposit some of the fossils in it. And we will be studying the life as well in terms of those fossils. So both are the things are very much connected. Now, successions of rock are often divided by gaps or unconformities. Those gaps or unconformities are a result of different, there are different factors. For example, erosion. The erosion causes the discontinuity. One layer that was there, but it was eroded due to some flood maybe, or some other geological event. Now, A stratigraphy is required to monitor the biological and geological changes through time and underpins the whole basis of Earth history. And if you want to know more about Earth history, the basic data will be coming from this stratigraphy. And here, this is the picture that you can see. The Permian through Jurassic strata of Colorado Plateau area of southern Utah demonstrate the principle of stratigraphy. This is a picture taken in North America, and you can see from far and beyond that there is some formation of layers that you can see from very far. And these layers, each layer contains its own history of living organisms and maybe different climatic conditions as well. Now, what is stratigraphic unit? A stratigraphic unit is a volume of rock of identifiable origin and relative age range that is defined by the distinctive and dominant paleontological features. That means a stone may be a stratigraphic unit, a layer may be a stratigraphic unit, and there are different layers, different categories of these stratigraphic units that we will be discussing. And it is fundamental unit of lithostratigraphy. If you want to study lithostratigraphy, you have to study the stratigraphic unit. Now, we normally call, if there are many stones in one layer, we call that a bed. A bed is lithologically distinct layer within a member or formation, and it is smallest recognizable stratigraphic unit. It is not given a name, right? A bed is bed. It is not given a distinct name. The next thing, which is a member is a more local lithological development and usually part of a formation. So we are going from a simple, very thin to complex, right? So bed is thin. A member is a more made up of many beds. And then there is a formation. A formation is a rock unit that can be mapped and recognized across the country. And what is a group? A succession of continuous formation with common characteristics is called group. So what will happen? That those rock formations which are present in one area, all of these will be collected to form a group, and the groups will be themselves comprise a supergroup. So all of these comprise the lithographic units, and these are very important to study the lithography.